So hi everyone, today I'll show you how to crochet this adorable mini shaken duckling. This is a free, easy tutorial and I'll guide you step by step at a slow pace. So go grab your yarn and hook and let's get started. Before we get started, I'll quickly go over the materials you'll need. For this tutorial, I'll be using a small chenille yarn. This is the thickness I'm using. So next, we need a hook. I'm using this 3mm crochet hook. Use whichever size of hook that is recommended for your yarn size. Next, a stitch marker. You also need a darning needle, a pair of scissors to cut the tail off, some stuffing. Now, this is the safety eyes that I'm using. I'm choosing this 6mm size for my amigurumi. So that's all you need. Let's get started. So we're going to start off by making a magic ring. So to work a magic ring, you take your tail, place it on top of your two fingers, just like this. With your working yarn, you're going to wrap it around like this so that you have this X shape. Bring your hook, go under, over, you pull it out and you twist it. Now with your two fingers here, you're going to hold this secure so it is not going to unravel. Now you're going to yarn over and pull through the loop. So there you go, this is your magic ring. You can always adjust your magic ring by pulling the tail. Close, just pull the tail like this. So into this magic ring, we need to work 6 single crochet. We're going to use the yarn under yarn over technique. So bring your hook into the magic ring and now you're going to yarn under. Okay, not going to yarn over but yarn under. Pull up a loop. Now that you have 2 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. Okay, just like that, you have your first single crochet. I'm going to show you once again. Bring your hook into the magic ring. You're going to yarn under. You pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. So that is your 2 single crochet. So into this magic ring, we need to work 6 single crochet in total. So I have 4 more to go. We'll meet at the end of the round. Alright, so now that I have 6 single crochet in total, you can go ahead and count your single crochet. So each of the V's represent 1 single crochet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 single crochet in total. We're going to close the ring. Pull the tail to close it off. So just like that, you have just done your first round. So moving on to the second round, we need to work 6 increase. So increase basically means that you have to work 2 single crochet in the same stitch. Right? So into this stitch, I'm going to work 2. Okay, so into this, I'm going to yarn under. We're going to use the same technique as before. Yarn under, yarn over, yarn under. We have 2 loops. Now yarn over, and we'll need to place the stitch marker back onto the first. This is important. You should have this because it's going to help you track the round. So next, into the same stitch, you're going to again make a single crochet. Into a stitch, yarn under, have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through loops. Okay, so that is how you work your first increase. So I have to work 5 more increases. I'll show you once again. So into the next stitch, we're going to bring a hook into, work a single crochet. Again, into the very same stitch, we're going to work 1 single crochet. So there you go, that is your second increases. So I have to work 4 more increases and I should have 12 single crochet by the end of the round. So there you go, just like that, you have just done your second round. So moving on to the third round, you need to work 1 single crochet and 1 increase for 6 times. So take off your stitch marker. So into the next stitch here, we need to start with 1 single crochet. So bring your hook and under, have to loose, yarn over, pull through 2. So this is your first single crochet. I'm going to place my stitch marker back onto this. Now moving on to the next, we need to work 2 single crochet in the same stitch because we need to do an increase. So bring your hook into 1 single crochet, again into the same here, 1 single crochet. So just like that, you have just done your first set of the pattern. You need to work this for 5 more times. Okay, again 1 single crochet onto the next and 1 increase onto the next. So 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet into the same stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. By the end of the round, you should be having 18 single crochet in total. Okay, so just like that, you have just done your round 3. So moving on to round 4 and round 5, I don't have to do any increases at all. So what I have to do is just to work single crochet across the round. So I should have 18 single crochet in total for round 4 and round 5. Alright, so this is just the simple step. You just have to single crochet over and over into each of the stitches. Okay, so this is the first one. You're going into, again, single crochet. Now place back your stitch marker onto the top of the first single crochet. Okay, 1 single crochet in each of the stitches, and you should be having 18 single crochet by the end of the round. So I'll meet you at the end of the round, so just continue doing this. So I just done round 4. I'm moving on to round 5. So there you go, I have just done round 4 and round 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So moving on to round 6, what we have to do now is to work 1 single crochet, 1 increase and 1 single crochet, and this should be repeated for 6 times, and by the end of the round you should be having 24 single crochet in total. So I'm going to begin with the single crochet. Take off your stitch marker. So on to the next, we're going to work 1 single crochet. Can you see? 1 single crochet. Alright, place the stitch marker back onto the face. Now we're going to work 1 increase, so 2 single crochet into the same stitch. 1 and 2. Alright, and another single crochet into the next. 1 single crochet. So the first set done, have to work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and 1 single crochet for 5 more times, and by the end of the round you should be having 24 in total. So just like that, you have just done round 6 and you should have 24 in total. Okay, so go ahead and count your stitches. So moving on to round 7 up until round 11, you should just work a single crochet across the round. There should be no increases at all. So by the end of the round, you still should be having 24 single crochet. Alright, so I'm just going to crochet across the round over and over and over from round 7 to round 11, and I'll meet you at the end of the round for round 11. So yeah. I have just done round 11, so by the end of the round you should still be having 24 in total. So go ahead and count your stitches before moving on to the next round where we need to start decreasing. I like to place the safety eyes at this point. So this is the previous project, actually the same pattern. 1 2 3 4 5 6. I place onto the 6 in between of the 6 and 7. Okay, and 1 2 3 4 and 4 in between. 4 or 5 in between is just nice. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 here. This is okay, and maybe like 1 2 3 4 5 here. I think that would be just fine. So yeah, I'll keep that way. So you can go ahead and close your stitch marker with the provided cap. These things, I don't know what this is, but it is used to close, to secure your safety eyes. So you're going to place it that way and just like push into like 1 2. Alright, so moving on to the next one. Again, going to push 1 oh. Okay, nice. You can weave this in. I'll just let it be for now. I'll do that off camera. That's how it looks so far. And we need to work for round 12. Alright, so next. So moving on to the next, what we have to do is to work 1 single crochet and 1 decrease for 8 times. Alright, so on to the next. Okay, 1 single crochet and on to the next 2. I will have to decrease. So to decrease, you'll work into 2 stitches. Okay, so bring your hook into the first stitch, going to yarn under, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops. You're not going to finish it just yet. You have to bring your hook again into the next stitch, yarn under, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, And now you can go ahead and yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, just like that, that is your decrease. So we need to work 1 single crochet and 1 decrease, and this should be repeated for 8 times, so I have 7 more to go. I'm going to show you once again. Okay, so the next should be a single crochet, on to the next should be a decrease, your hook into the next, you're going to yarn under, pull up a loop, stop, now into the next, yarn under, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Now there's your decrease. So I've just done 2 sets here, I have 6 to go. So yeah, just repeat this pattern over and over again, and by the end of the round you should be having 16 single crochet in total. Okay, I just noticed something, that I didn't place my stitch marker back onto the first stitches, so please do always remember to do that, or else it will be very hard for you to track your round. So yeah, I need to try looking for the first. Luckily this is the decrease, so I guess it's going to be much easier for me to go. So 1, 2. Please do always remember to place this, or else it's going to be very hard for you to track. So this is how it looks by far. So by the end of the round you should be having 16 single crochet in total. So moving on to round 13, you should work 1 single crochet, 1 decrease and 1 single crochet. Alright, so take off your stitch marker, so 1 single crochet into the next, placing back your first single crochet and into the next, 1, 2. This should be a decrease, and into the next you should work 1 single crochet. Alright, so this pattern should be repeated for 4 times. So I've just done 1, so I have 3 more to go. By the end of the round you should be having 12 in total. I guess it is going to get smaller, the space here, so I'll be filling in my stuffing at this time. So I have my stuffing with me. I'm going to bring it in. So I'm at the end of the round now. I have 12 single crochet. I will put in more stuffing into this. Okay, I'm going to fill it in until I think it's just fluffy enough to squish. Like that, I'll stop. I don't want my amigurumi to be too stiff, so I guess this is just nice. Alright, so moving on to the next, we have to work 1 single crochet and 1 decrease for 4 times. Alright, so take off into the first, 1 single crochet, place back your stitch marker onto the first single crochet. So now into these 2 we're going to work a decrease, so yarn under, have 2 loops, yarn under again, have 3 loops and pull through 3. So I have just done 1, so you need to repeat this for 3 more times, and you should be having 8 single crochet by the end of the round. So there you go, that is the last round. So what should we do now is to fasten off. So before fastening off, I'll first like leave around 10 to 15 centimeter long, and then I'll cut off the yarn. I just leave enough for me to sew in it later on. So that I'm going to snip off the tail. Now what we have to do is to place back like this, and we're going to fasten off. So yarn over, pull through loop, there you go. So that's how you fasten off. So at this point, okay, we need to close this round, so use your darning needle. Okay, alright, so I think I'm going to take off this. So starting from the first single crochet here, you need to bring this into the loop. You can do front loop or back loop, it is fine. Sometimes I do at back. For this time, I'll just try to do on the front loop. So you just go over like this one, bring into like that, onto the next, again, onto the next, go over and over. And then you just pull to close that. So just pull it off and it will secure like that. So now you just go ahead and just hide the yarn, whichever method you find best. I just do, this is what I did most of the time. I just kind of hide it in between this, pulling off, just okay. So what we have to do now is to just weave it in and hide it, and use whatever you have with you. I don't have anything except for my scissors, so I'll just use my scissor now to hide in the tail. There you go, the stuffing is just a nice amount. It is still fluffy and squishy. For the hand part, so this, we're going to work this. So now, for the arms, you need to start by making a slip knot. So this is how I do my slip knot. I bring the tail back onto my finger, bring it forward with my working yarn, wrap it around, and I have two loops here. I bring the back onto the front loop and just pull up like this. Okay, now you're going to chain 4. Okay, so to chain, you're going to yarn over and pull through loop. Okay, we need to work this for 3 more times so that we have 4 chain. 2, 3, 3 and 4. Okay, so from now on, into the second chain from your hook, this is the first and this is the second chain. So into the second chain, we need to work 1 single crochet. At this time, I just use the yarn over technique. I don't use yarn under technique. Okay, so into this, you're going to just yarn over, have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so that is your first single crochet. Okay, so that is your first single crochet. So moving on to the next, we need to work half double crochet. So to work a half double crochet, yarn over once and then into the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. When you have 3 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops. Okay, into the next one we need to work a half double crochet again, and over into the chain, and over, pull up a loop, have 3 loops, and over and pull through all the 3. Okay, so at this point we need to fasten off, so I'll just cut it off like this. Leave around 10 to 15 centimeters, it will be fine. And what I'll need to do now is to yarn over and pull through loop. There you go, just like that. You have just completed for the first arms, so you need 2 of these, so go ahead and repeat the same method. So now that I have 2 of these, alright, 2 of these, so you can go ahead and sew this onto the body part. Just sew it in onto whichever you find best, because I just eyeball it onto, I think this is okay. Okay, into, I'm going to sew them in, right, and then like I'm just going down like this. This is what I love doing. Actually, you can do whichever placement that you find best for the looks that you're looking for. This is just how I love mine to look like, so I just do that. Okay, so at this point you go ahead and just do a simple knot here. This, I like to work this twice. Okay, so I have a simple knot, and again I'm just going to hide this in. Just go ahead and push. For the next, it is basically the same, so 1 2 3, I guess. This maybe, just let me put it. Okay, it's good. And this. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Okay, so alright, that's how it looks for now. Okay, place it whichever you like. This is okay for me, I like this. I'm going to make a knot, 1 and 2. Okay, again just hide this. I'm going to do this off camera. So now I have this orange color for the beak, so I'm just go ahead and this is not good. Okay, so we're going to sew this in. I'll bring it from the back here, maybe. I'll just put it onto this. This is okay. Okay. Do it loosely, don't have to push it too tight, you know. And bring this back. Okay, just loosely like that, because I like the mouth, the beak too. You can see it's very nice. You can stop it at here, don't push it too tight, okay? It's not going to look nice if you pull it too tight. So now I'm going to cut off the tail. You're just going to repeat the same method to hide this in, so I'm just going to do it off camera. So there you go, I just hide the tail, everything is just secure. Alright, So this is how it looks by far. I'm having here a bow. If you want to make this bow, you can go ahead and put it on. Now we need to work the bow. So what we have to do now is to work a slip knot just like before. I'm going to work a slip knot, right? Now we have to work 4 chain. So just like before, yarn over and pull through loop. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. I have 4 chain here. So onto the third chain from your hook, you need to work 2 double crochet. So onto this, 3 chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3. So onto this, we need to work a double crochet. So to work a double crochet, what you have to do is to bring your hook. You're going to yarn over into the chain. Now you yarn over. You have 3 loops on your hook. You yarn over and pull through 2. You have 2 loops. Again, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so into the same stitch again, you have to work another 1 double crochet. So again, into the same, double crochet. Now what you have to do is to work 2 chain, 1 and 2, and you're going to slip stitch onto the last chain here. Okay, so bring your hook into this last chain. You're going to yarn over, pull through loop, 2 loops. You bring this first into the loops. That's how you slip stitch. Okay, now you need to work 2 chain again. So 1 and 2. So now you need to make a double crochet but into the same stitch as before. Alright, so again, and over into the chain before, the last chain, you're going to work a double crochet. This is the first double crochet. Again, another 1 double crochet into the same. And now what we have to do is to chain 2, 1 and 2, and into the same stitch again, the same chain again, we're going to slip stitch. So into and slip stitch. So there you go. Now we need to fasten off. So you can go ahead, leave around 10 to 15 centimeters long, and you can now cut off the yarn. At this point, you can go ahead and fasten off. I like to yarn over and pull through. Okay, so fasten off. Okay, so this is the bow. What we need to do, use your yarn as before. You're going to like wrap it around for 2 times or 3 times. Okay, so just like this, I'm going to work 1, I'm going to say 2, 3. I think 3 is okay. Okay, so as you can see, it is turning into a bow. So now, using my darning needle, bring my darning needle in, just kind of like sewing them. It's pretty hard to show on camera, so I'm going to bring it under. Maybe you can do 2 knots if you want, because just to secure, I just do 1 for now. What we have to do now is you have 2 options. If you have glue, you can glue it on, you can hide it on and glue it on. If you don't have glue, you just sew it in and that's fine. So I love to put like onto this side. You can put on this as well, whichever you find best. Here, this is fine as well if you want to. So I'll just sew it in for now. If you have glue, you use glue to secure it. It's nice to use glue as well. I tried this. Okay, at this point, I would just sew it in. I think this is okay now. Is it good? Is it looking good? Or not? So the same as before, you have to make a knot and then just hide it in. Okay? So actually, I just found my sister's glue. So this is the all-purpose glue. If you have the B600 something, you go and use that, but for now I'm just going to use this. I know that I've tied it at the back and I just hide it in, but I just want to make sure that it is secure, so I'm just going to use glue and just put a bit of this onto the bottom part so that it is not moving too much. Okay, as you can see, this is my previous work and it sometimes move quite a lot. Okay, so a bit of it is just adjusting my previous work as well. So before you go, I have another tutorial coming soon. I'll be showing you how to crochet this adorable mini bumblebee. Once it is out, I'll link it here on the screen and in the description below. If you don't want to miss any future tutorials, be sure to subscribe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.